So I ended up doing a little bit of television and radio, and then got a call to go work for Congressman John Fleming in Washington, D.C. So I had the opportunity to walk through the halls of the Capitol. I had the opportunity to go into what was called the Values Action Team meeting. And congressional staff would meet once a week on the first day of the legislative session, or during the session, and they would discuss issues of faith, family, and freedom. So religious liberty, the life issue, the marriage issue. They would talk about and strategize on legislation, on what's going to be on the House calendar, who's working on what bill, what is the bill, how is this going to impact the nation. But a question that they would always ask when I was in there was, where is Texas on this issue? What is Texas doing about this? Because Texas on the national stage plays a key role, a lead role on the issues of faith, family, and freedom. The rest of the nation expects Texas to stay conservative. They expect us to hold Christian values, and the other side knows it. That's why we've been so attacked on these issues in our state, is because we're seen as the stronghold of values. If Texas goes back or retreats on any of these issues, it will impact the rest of the nation. However, if Texas advances these issues, you'll see the rest of the nation follow suit. So for instance, I'll talk about this in a little bit. HB 2, the pro-life omnibus bill that passed in 2013, and I'll go in a little more detail, but when they passed it, Louisiana and Tennessee followed just right after doing the same thing. We found out even with the recent Houston vote actually impacted, we just found this out 2 days ago, impacted an ordinance that they were trying to pass in North Carolina. And they told the people there who were going, God, we don't want this ordinance to pass. They said, go look at what happened in Houston and look at the strategy that was used and use it up in North Carolina, and they defeated that ordinance. And your city, I keep saying I'm going to wait, but I'm just so excited. Your city actually helped in defeating the Houston ordinance because of what happened in San Antonio. And I hate that it seemed like, we lost a battle there, but think of how strategic this is. Okay, the Alamo's in San Antonio, right? Okay, we actually lost the Battle of the Alamo. But it was at the Battle of the Alamo that became the rallying cry at San Jacinto that won us a victory in 20 minutes, that brought independence for the whole state. So in the same way, San Antonio, even though the SOGI ordinance passed, we took everything that we learned from what happened, got a victory in Houston, and now North Carolina is benefiting because of it. So God has this city in a very strategic position, especially in our state, and you guys carry the ability to not only impact your state, there's an anointing, can I use that term here? There's an anointing that San Antonio has to be a forerunner on the values issues that will impact our state and then our nation. So if you were wondering, God, am I supposed to be in San Antonio? You are in a very strategic place that heaven is using. So get excited.